Hey gang, welcome back to the channel. I am Huck, and today's video is going to be a lot of fun, mostly because I'm going to bring you guys into this one. Originally, I had planned this out to be just a top 10 and be done with it, but you know what? I'm going to make it a top 5. That way it's a little bit shorter and we can all sort of, chip in and play along, and it makes it a little bit harder too, because 10 is easy because they just keep coming and you want to keep building onto it. But when you got to cut it down to 5, man, it hurts. It hurts sometimes. You got to leave stuff out. So what are these? I'm calling it, I don't know what you want to call it, twofers, 2-packs, double features, if you will. They come in many different names because they don't really have a name, right? I mean, like trilogy. Trilogy is a strong name. Duology? Lame. So today we'll just call them double features, okay? These are for films that for some reason they made it to a part 2, but we never got the third one for whatever reason, whether actors moved on or something just happened with the franchise that they couldn't keep going, or they just simply made 2 and that was it. So I'm gonna hop on it. You guys join me today for my top 5 favorite double features. Let's go. All right, y'all, let's get to these 2-packs, twofers, double features, if you will, and see what we can come up with. I challenge you to come up with some really interesting, obscure things, but hey, if I've got something on my list and you've got to have it on your list too, well, then put it on there, man. Don't let, because I have it, keep it off your list. We're just here to have a good time and come up with some really fun 2-packs. Now, I do have a little bit of a caveat here, which is I'm not picking things like The Accountant 1 and 2 or Doctor Strange 1 and 2 just because I feel like there's still an opportunity for there to be a third one. Certainly with The Accountant, because I feel like that did really well, and I feel like they're sort of turning that into a trilogy. So I'm personally going to stay away from those because I feel like they might become trilogies. But hey, if it fits your criteria and you want it in yours, put it in there. Now, if you like this sort of thing and you like participating in these community challenges, do me a favor, man. Hit like, subscribe, smack the bell, and leave a comment. Maybe participate in the comments if you don't want to make your own video. But of course, if you do, I'm giving you that challenge right now. So to start this off, at number 5, I'm going to show you how we can dive a little deep on some of these. We're going to go with FX and FX2, right? Come on, that's what I'm showing you, man. It's like not everything is like has to be high profile. Look, this is Brian Brown, Brian Denny. It's when the Bryans were in rare form, right? In the first movie, he's basically this effects artist that they hire to stage an assassination, or murder. Only they end up then pinning the murder on him, and he has to use his skills to try to, get out of it. So it's a fun time. I love Brian, and this is when, remember when Brian Brown was also in Cocktail with Tom Cruise? Like, he was in his heydays in this time. And then, of course, you got your FX2, where he sort of gets out of the makeup effects and he starts doing these cool, electronic toys. Like, he sort of switched gears a little bit, but then they pull him back in, and they need him to bring back his certain set of skills. Only, of course, it spins on him again, and he has to try to use his skills to get out of the mayhem. So, so I'm going to start up first with this really great Kino Lorber double feature of FX and FX2. All right, now let's get into number 4. Well, this is going to be a convenient number because, like I said, I have a lot. Like, there's 10 that I really wanted to show off, and there are some that really hurt that I'm not putting this into the collection. But I want to kind of leave a lot for you guys as well. So I'm going to dig a little deeper into the superhero genre. Something that people don't talk well enough about, and I personally really, really enjoy these movies. Yes, I am going with the Jessica Alba Fantastic Four double feature. Look at this, man. Yeah, that's right. This is a Huckster custom. I got all these DVDs, Blu-rays that I've cobbled into this one unique collection because I enjoyed these movies. I thought the relationship between these guys was great. Where do you got Ian Griffold, Jessica Alba, Chickless, and of course Chris Evans as a really fantastic see what I did there? Human Torch. And the chemistry between them and the banter between these two, it's just pitch perfect. So I enjoy these movies quite a bit. You got your Doctor Doom in there as well. Look, I don't know. So I don't know where you land on this, but like I said, this is just sort of some of my favorites. So I can't wait to see what you guys have for yours. So this is my, I don't know if I'm going to do any more superheroes, but for now, I'm going to call it on number 4, the Fantastic Four double feature. All right, now the number 3 double feature I have is a good one, man. This is the one that started everything. And if you know where I'm going, maybe who I'm going with, look at this. Hey, Eddie Murphy, baby. Look at that. 48 hours and another 48 hours. We only had these 2. That was it, because Eddie got so big, he just had to keep going, and he did his trilogy with Beverly Hills Cop and all that jazz. But look, Eddie Murphy, this was his first film fresh out of Saturday Night Live, and he crushed it in 48 hours. So much so that, do you notice who gets top billing in the second movie? So you get Nick Nolte, Eddie Murphy, then you get Eddie Murphy, Nick Nolte. I mean, that's because Eddie, in the short time between these two, became such a mega star that instantly he's like, sorry, Nick, our boy Eddie's getting top billing. And he just went on from there. So I think this is a fantastic double feature. There are some other double features I have that are really good, but maybe like the first one's a lot stronger than the second one. So, but I still would like to include them. When I get close to number 1, I'm going to tell you about an honorable mention that I'm not going to use, that you're allowed to use if you see it differently than me. But until then, we got your 48 hours. You know, there's a new sheriff in town, and his name is Reggie Hammond. Y'all be cool. All right. Come on. Eddie Murphy, Nick Nolte, 48 hours and another 48 hours is my number 3 pick. All right. As we climb up to number 2 and number 1, it's comedy time. I don't think I can get out of comedy when I get to the top. And I'm going to go at number 2, this fantastic 2-pack double feature of The Addams Family and Addams Family Values. Oh, yeah, look at that. Same thing. This is such a fantastic 2-pack. I love these movies. I am a huge fan of Addams Family from the original TV show, black and white TV show. And this cast is such a banger cast. Raul Julia, come on, as Gomez. Christopher Lloyd. I mean, look at this guy. Angelica Houston, of course, the amazing Christina Ricci is Wednesday. And the sequel, I think, ramps it up. You get Joan Cusack in there. They change out the actress for Grandmama from the first actress, whose name I can't remember, to, of course, Carol Kane in the second one. Should have had her in both of them. And she's fantastic as Grandmama. I mean, look at this stuff. If you've seen these movies, you know why this is on my list at number 2. This is great. The escapades of the Addams Family come in at number 2. Okay, now before I get to number 1, I told you there's sort of a caveat that I'm going to have as a honorable mention, but it's really just something to mention. Now, most of these, the way I see it, y'all, is these are movies that were doing well, and they were probably headed for a trilogy, but something happened after the second movie that prevented it from going further, and then they were just done. These 2 movies, I don't feel fall into the double feature because it was made as one movie split into 2. Similar thinking would be like Harry Potter and the Deathly Hallows, Part 1, Part 2. That's not really a sequel. That's the final film broken in 2. However, I'm going to show you this, and it is not in my top 5, but please, I fully expect one of you to see this differently than me, and it will make your top 5, and that is Kill Bill 1 and 2. It's hard for me to call this a double feature because it's, Quentin, they even have these edited together in The Whole Bloody Affair because it's supposed to be one movie. So because of that, I mean, these 2 probably are of all the double features, it's the best one, probably in my hand that I've shown you so far. But I'm not going to put this in my top 5. I'm going to let maybe somebody else take it and say, you know what, Hug? I appreciate the way you think. I see it a little differently. I see it as a double feature based on what you've set up, and I'm going to take it. Or maybe you all see it the exact same way, which is, you know what? That is one movie broken into 2 things. And it was always meant to be that. Like, it was never meant to be a trilogy. It wasn't an accidental 2 double feature. It was inherently from the get-go designed as a double feature, as one movie cut in half. So There we go. Away with Kill Bill. That's yours if you want it. For me, my number one double feature that I think both of these are absolute bangers, tears flowing from how funny this thing is. Come on, figure it out. What's the funniest double feature out there, Tupac? Oh, yeah. That's right. Ace Ventura, Pet Detective, and Ace Ventura When Nature Calls. I think both of these movies are laugh out loud funny. They're super hilarious. This is Jim Carrey, like coming out of the gate. This is just like Eddie Murphy. His first film, and I don't count all, he guest starred in things like, what was one of the Dirty Harry movies, Sudden Impact, or one of those, I forget. Jim starred in a lot of stuff. Earth Girls Are Easy, but this was his first starring role, hot off of the whole In Living Color thing, and I about lost it. I laughed out loud and loved this guy from the start. And then Ace Ventura When Nature Calls equally is hilarious. So I'm gonna top my top 5 double feature with Jim Carrey in both Ace Ventura movies. I think these are fantastic. Now look, when you go to do this yourself, you don't have to have the physical copies. Maybe you're just a digital watcher or streamer. That's great. That's fine. I want you to play along. You don't have to hold these or have these. That's not part of the challenge. It's just you telling me, either in the comments below or in video form, what your top 5 are. So that's your challenge, should you choose to accept it. Ladies and gentlemen, get out there and show me what you got. If you dug this video, I really appreciate you coming by and checking out my top 5 double features of all time. These are among my favorites, because real quick, there it was. That was 5 more that I didn't show you, and I'm highly suspecting that some of you are going to have those in yours. I can't wait to see what you guys have. Go ahead, take this challenge and run with it. That's going to do it for today, y'all. Thank you so much for checking out this video. If this brought you here and you're intrigued by this kind of video, well, look, 25% of the people that watch this thing are subscribed. The rest, you just keep coming back, which is beautiful. But hit that like, hit that subscribe, become a subscriber of the channel. I greatly appreciate it. Get on down there. Hit subscribe, hit the notification bell, leave a comment, and play along. That's going to do it for now. In the meantime, y'all, get out there and show me your top 5 favorite double features. Have fun. Thank you to all my Cafe members for their support. And if you'd like to be a Cafe member to help support the channel, please consider hitting that join button now.